And good afternoon, Estonia and everybody there. My name is Sirpa Risteelä and I'm the principal of Haukiputaan Upper Secondary School. And I have also here in the same room 3 of our teachers. And let's introduce them first. Okay.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tiina Moilanen, and I'll be talking to you about this active studying program today.
So, hello, everybody, and good afternoon. My name is Päivi Iivonen, and I'm the PE and health science teacher here in Haukiputaan, and I will be telling you about the PE tutors and their activities here in our school.
Hello, my name is Kirsi, and I'm teacher of religion, philosophy, and history.
Hey, and now I'm Zoom is not very. I haven't used this before, but we have tried to.
But we have tested and we succeeded. So
yes. Okay, so I'm going to share it, and now I think you can have our presentation. Okay. As Tiina said, that this is how we implement the active studying program, and some facts about Haukiputaan Upper Secondary School. We are one of upper secondary schools of Oulu, and I think where Oulu is in the map of Finland, in a northern part of Finland. We have students now. It's about almost 500 students and aged by between 15 and 16 years. And we have about 30 subject teachers, including PE teacher, arts and music, and student counselors. And I think the best persons to tell about our project and what we are doing is our teachers. So I give next. Tiina will tell about what we have done in these last 5 or 6 years. Okay.
All right. I will first tell you about the beginning of this active studying nationwide in Finland, and then we'll talk about our school. So this is where we started in 2019. According to studies, people and students are becoming more passive and they lack the sufficient amount of physical exercise. And that's how the active learning project was launched in Finland. So in 2019, it was named Liikuva opiskeluhanke in Finnish, and it was even a part of our country's government program. And in our school, the idea was to get the personnel to understand that active learning can not only be the responsibility of a PE teacher, but that everyone has to participate and be a part of this if we want our students to have the energy to concentrate through the 75-minute lectures and long school days. And that's how it started, that we lead the students by example. Small changes in day-to-day behavior can enhance our well-being. How it started then in the city of Oulu. The city of Oulu was a part of active lessons in upper secondary school project, and Kirsi was one of the teachers from our school that was a part of this project. She has actually done a big part of this presentation in Finnish to begin with. There were other participants from other upper secondaries in Oulu as well, and also from the University of Oulu. And what did they do? Well, they planned active lessons and they shared their ideas. And this project has already ended, but the idea then was to create the basis for active learning. And then the project leaders held workshops on active learning for all upper secondary school teachers in Oulu. So this is how it began in our city. All right, and then about this presentation more and about how we implement this active studying program in our school. So this presentation focuses on the following things. First, we'll talk about how active studying is developed in teams. Then we're going to give examples of active lessons. Next, we'll talk about student participation in increasing activity, and then about a school environment that encourages physical activity. So these four subjects is what we're going to talk about today. And I'll say now, before I forget, you can stop me at any time, but we have also time for questions at the end of this presentation. All right, first about our school and how active studying is developed in teams in our school. Here are some pictures as well from along our journey. So first, well-being team. We've had 4 teachers here. The number has changed a bit, but more or less. And what do? Well, they plan active events. They also plan the program for group guidance and homeroom teachers. And then they plan recreational activities for teachers as well. Then we have the supervision of the physical education tutors. We have either 1 or 2 teachers doing this, and they do lesson takeovers, recess activities, and different kinds of events. Päivi will tell you more about this later on. Then we have tutors and tutor supervision. We have 1 teacher doing that at the moment, and the tutors give ideas or they plan active ways for student group bonding, basically. Then there's student council supervision. We have 1 teacher for that, and student council participates in active events, and they also organize prizes for these events. So those were the teams that take part in planning the active learning. Well, we also have ways to increase activity for teachers. We have done outdoor meetings. We have possibilities for break time exercise, for example, stretching or mobility training. And then we've had teachers' work development discussions outside with the principal. Here are a few pictures of how active learning has been implemented among teachers. So we've been a part of, for example, a volleyball tournament, and then we've had our planning at the beginning of the school year. Our planning has been, for example, organized outside. All right, then I'm going to give you some examples of active lessons that we've had. These active lessons that we have, or the active moments of the class, don't have to be especially long or take a lot of time, but the idea is to get the students active for just a little bit of time at a time. It can be 5 minutes, it can be the whole lesson, but the idea is that at least they do something active during one lesson. For example, you can have a QR code track. There are tasks that are created you can do them in forms, for example. And then after submitting the form, students receive instructions for the next checkpoint. And then you can have as many QR codes as you want. You can have 1 or 2, you can have 5, you can have 10, depending on the subject that you're going to teach. Then we have reflective, or you can have reflective walks related to the lesson, depending on what you have learned. This is an easy way to take the students outside. Other types of active lessons we have, for example, mystery box. You can have in religion a class with the topic Judaism, and then you have 4 different tasks, and each task provides 1-digit log code, and then you can proceed with that with the questions and the tasks. There can be different task types, for example, word maze, image recognition, and timeline activity. So many types of possibilities for active lessons. Station work activity, I think this is I think we use this quite a lot. So you have stations that are located around the school and are visited in groups. You can have different kinds of topics that you go through in these stations, but for example, it has been used in financial mathematics, in loans, investing, taxes, and budgeting. Or in physics, you could have 4 stations, or however many you want, and then you have different methods of energy production in those stations. In languages, you could, for example, go through the verb tenses in this station with this station work activity. Especially Kikasi, I think, has been doing escape rooms as well. They are suitable, for example, if you review a topic. Here are some of the topics that have been that the teachers have been going through with escape rooms: falsified statistics, derivative encryption, tracking of financial criminal, or takeover of the accountant's office. These are just examples that teachers have done. Then, for example, any kinds of games outside or at the school gym, they are also suitable, for example, for reviewing topics. You can have questions in boxes with different topics, and then teacher gives the permission to continue from one box to the other when students have answered correctly, for example, 4 questions. If you want a competition, you can do it. First group to go through all the boxes wins. If you feel like you don't want to compete, then you can just do it on your own pace. Here's an example of a memory game. I guess religions have been talked about during these lessons. And the main idea with this active learning is that even a short active section can improve the students' concentration. And I think this is the main idea. So for example, if you have statistics math, you can collect data on the board. Students can draw a line at the point that corresponds to their own height. And after that, the class studies topics that are related to continuous distribution, for example. Or in any lesson, these AB tasks are useful. This is what I do quite a lot as I teach languages. So the other student has the answers to the other student's questions, or, for example, translated words. And then you give the students 5 minutes to do the task, and they do it walking, and they do the task at the same time. So this is an easy way to implement active learning to any lesson. We've had some active events, here's the list of active events that you can do. Some of these we already went through. So the reflective walks, you can listen to a podcast while you walk, observation task followed by writing, photographing, street chalk, as you can see in the picture. You can, for example, create a timeline. Well, the QR code track we already talked about. Then the measurement tasks, for example, in maths and physics. Forest walk, vocabulary review with ball games, for example. Various outdoor games and activities. And then I think we've had electricity-free lessons every year, because electricity is, we have computers that the students use, so it's a good change in the atmosphere as you take the computers away and do everything without using electricity. Then memory games, as we already talked about. All right, then Päivi will talk about student participation in increasing activity. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the PE tutors, or the physical education tutors, and this is my first year as a PE tutor supervisor here in Haukiputaan. And how we started, in autumn, I sent a Vilma message to all the students and explained the responsibilities and activities what the PE tutors do. And then those who were interested in could volunteer to take part. And this year we have 6 PE tutors, and previous years there has been 10 to 12 tutors working with the supervisor teacher. But that's how we got the tutors to do the job. And here is a year clock about the PE tutors year. And in first period, so this year I sent the message and we got the team together. And then the PE tutors can be working with the other tutors and helping them with the team building so that they will get to know each other well, and it will be more easier to work together here in our school. And then the second period, we started the recess activities. I will talk about those a little bit more later. And then we had the first sports tournament in volleyball. And about the tournaments, I will also talk you more later. In the third period, we have had the recess activities, and before the Christmas, there is kind of a school day, and the PE tutors are keeping one station where is some kind of physical activity, but the whole day is not organized by the PE tutors, but the whole school is doing that together. And now in the fourth period, we have had those recess activities, and then we have the floorball tournament. And maybe there will be an Easter egg hunt. We don't know yet. That's a secret, so I can't tell it if it's going to be or not before the Easter. And then in the fifth period, we are going to have it in fourth period, the Winter Sports Day. Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in the 6th of April, we have the Winter Sports Day. So the student council organizes a skiing trip to Isosyöte, and then the students who are staying here at school, the PE tutors, together with the well-being team, will organize some activities to the other students who are not going to Isosyöte on a skiing trip. And then previous years there has been a Olympics. It's sort of Olympics here at school. But this year we are going to participate in a virtual Oulu River rowing competition. And it's organized by the city of Oulu's school sports services. So the students row in indoor rowing machines, aiming to cover as much distance as possible. And upper secondary schools are competing against each other, which school rows the longest total distance. And the event runs over 2 days. They are rowing from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the PE tutors are organizing those days, and the whole school will be rowing, and hopefully we will win the competition. And we have also having right now some week challenges. So once a week, the PE tutors have a station in the entrance hall, and they have had their, for example, a flexibility challenge with the gymstick, and all the students that tries it, they have had a candy for a prize for trying that challenge. And here are some pictures of the recess activities. There has been a relaxation in the sports hall, for example. Then we have had Basketball Monday. There has been a possibility to go to the sports hall and throw baskets. And then we had a Just Dance lunch break on Tuesdays. So one of the PE tutors were in the sports hall, and we have a screen there, and then it was possible to do the Just Dance there on a lunch break. We also have a pull-up competition going on. In the May, we will know who is the best pull-up student this year. So that's was started before the Christmas and will end in the May. Then there has been different kind of hula hoop competitions and bouncing a volleyball, and now we are having those weekly challenges in the entrance hall. So here are some examples of the recess activities. And then there is lesson takeovers, and in those pictures you can see the PE tutors have had a live break workouts in the classrooms. And this year the PE tutors made desk exercise posters to every classroom, so the teacher can do a break whenever it suits best for the lesson, and the teacher can choose 1 or 2 workouts from the poster and then do it with the students. So it's all been a live version, and then there is with the PE tutors to do it, and also the teacher can do it when it suits best for the lesson. And here are pictures from the tournaments. So this year we have had a volleyball tournament, and then we have had a floorball tournament. Previous years there has been also ice hockey tournament or bandy tournament, and the PE tutors are arranging the tournament so the students can make voluntary teams, and then they play a tournament against each other. And the winner, the champion of the students, will play in the super final against the teacher team. And in volleyball this year, the teachers won the tournament, the super final, and in the floorball tournament, the students were better than the teacher team. And those have been very nice days to see everybody working together and having fun. Okay, then Tina will talk you about the environment.
All right, so I'll continue a bit about the environment that encourages physical activity. In our school, in classrooms and in the corridors, here's a list of equipment that we have, which could help the students to be more active during the days. So we have a table tennis board, a pool table, we have sub soccer, we have gym sticks, pull-up bars, gym balls, we have kettlebells, hula hoops, and then balance boards at our school and classrooms. Here are a few pictures of our equipment. In the left, there's the sub soccer, then there are the pull-up bars, then the pool table, which is in the library of our school, and then there's the school gym hall. We also have a small gym in our school, which is available for the students to use during school days, for example, if they have any free periods during the day. Here's a picture of our school. and as you can see, there's a football field. Now we also have an outdoor gym. Then there's a track and field, a small track and field. Field. I think you could say it like that. And then there's room for football as well. And basketball, yeah. So this is from outside our school. Then here's the link to Yle News. So the Finnish broadcasting company made a piece of news on active learning in our school. And later on, you can see in this video, the students explain how being active helps them concentrate better. You can watch it later. We're not going to show it today, but it's here for you to see if you want. All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this part. And now we have time for questions, and I think we'll let the one answer who knows the answer the best. So let's see how it goes. So any questions?